Hello everyone, today we're gonna talk about communication, and this topic it's about gerunds and infinitive phrases. For this we're gonna describe behaviors and customs around the world, and let's gonna practice the next exercise. Are the customers similar or different from customs in your culture? Choose your answers. For the customs that are different, write an explanation. It's customary in India to take your shoes off when entering a home. In my culture, it's customary to not to take off the shoes when you enter a home. Instead, you bring a present or something like that. So I want you to write down the differences that we have here in our country or your country, according to the next statements, sentences. In Greece, it's unusual or to kiss friends and relatives on both cheeks when meeting them. Remember that you can use the gerund forms on these examples by identifying the infinitive. So in this case is to kiss. Remember that after using the gerund, we have to remove the pronoun it, so it's not used. So kissing friends and relatives on both cheeks when meeting them is not unusual. Is not. So we take away it, and then it's not unusual in Greece. Later, well, we have in some countries owning a pet like a dog, a cat, or a bird is considered inappropriate. In the US, arriving 30 minutes early to a dinner party isn't a good idea. So we can continue the expressing the different behaviors and customs by using gerunds or infinitives. Then the second part, you have to choose the word or phrase that best describes how each situation is viewed in your culture, then write a sentence about the custom. Saying hello to strangers, appropriate, inappropriate, normal. So saying hello to strangers in my culture is considered normal. So we're gonna try to use these phrases and collocate the word that's best. Opening a door for someone. So it says is bad for, is polite, is strange. You're gonna complete the next statements by using the next vocabulary. So it's depends on you, depends on the culture, depends on your situation, depends on many things on the context, right? So for this one, it's an open activity, so you can practice doing this with your own ideas. Exercise 1 and exercise 2. Now we may continue to the next part. So here we have the grammar practice. Use information in the chart to make sentences about the do's and don'ts of customs in the US. Use the infinitive form or the verb of the verb in your answers. As you can see, it's acceptable to use hand gestures while speaking. So don'ts, inappropriate, talk about religion or politics. Not usual, ask people how they feel. Not a good idea, ask about someone's salary. And customary, ask what someone does for a living. And rude, tell someone he or she has gained weight. No, so it's in United States. I think in many cultures these are rude, no, saying those things. So now we're gonna complete them, the next chart, by using the phrases as you see here. It's acceptable, it's not unusual, it's customary, etc., etc., etc. So now we can stop the video. Meanwhile, you work on your sentences, and here you go. Let's gonna reveal the answers for the first part. So it's acceptable to use hand gestures while speaking. It's not unusual to ask people how they feel. It's customary to ask what someone does for a living. It's inappropriate to talk about religion or politics. It's not a good idea to ask about someone's salary. It's rude to tell someone he or she has gained weight. And now, below, we have the next exercise. Use gerunds to rewrite the sentence you wrote above. So now we're gonna do exactly the same, but now we're gonna switch them to gerunds. Remember, as I told you, for gerunds, we have to remove the subject it. It is our subject, despite that it's not he or she, it. Well, that's it, no? But despite that it's he, she, we have to remove it, and then we will make the gerund sentence, no? So once that we use the gerund, we have to substitute it or omit the pronoun it, and then we can see you have the next result. So now you can pause the video after we check the answers. Number 1, using hand gestures while speaking is acceptable. Number 2, asking people how they feel is not unusual. Number 3, asking what someone does for a living is customary. Number 4, talking about religion or politics is inappropriate. Number 5, asking about someone's salary is not a good idea. And number 6, telling someone he or she has gained weight is considered, well, is rude. Now we have another practice of grammar. So in this, we have what should people know about your customs. Write sentences with infinitive phrases or gerunds. So here you will write your own ideas. Meeting business associates. When you meet business associates in my culture, it's typical to exchange business cards. When you meet business associates in my culture, exchanging business cards is typical. Now, write down here some sentences regarding getting married and eating out. So some customs that are in your culture. And now, once that you finish, we're gonna go to the writing part. We're gonna practice some writing and reading. It says, read the parts of the paragraph about small talk. They have been mixed up. Put them in the correct order according to the outline. Remember, an outline, it's a part of writing, or it's a writing strategy to order ideas. Then you can have phrases, sentences, and this is to give like the order of a paragraph. Now let's see. I'm gonna make zoom in on the next chunks, and then you can find well, read them. Try to read them, and you will organize them as it says. So you can pause the video right now. Okay. And now we're going to reveal the answers. So here you go. So for the first sections, we have topic sentence. That's the section B. Number 2, supporting sentence general example. That's the section A. And then supporting sentence personal example. Supporting sentence personal example is D. And finally, concluding sentence C. So that's the order that must follow this this paragraph. Okay, and this is an outline. Okay, this is an outline. So it's an organizer of ideas when you are writing. Then it says, think about the small talk that is avoided in your country or country you know. Write notes for a short paragraph about the topic using the outline below. So we have the topic sentence, supporting sentence, general example, personal example, concluding sentence. And then you will organize it and write in this section. No? So you will write your paragraph right here as your outline. And that will be it for Workbook part 1 of the unit number 5. Using infinitives and gerunds to express behaviors or customs around the world. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to reply your comments for Workbook activities section.